Hello, people of Earth, and welcome back to Bitsturbed. It's been quite a while. In fact, it's been so long that I've changed computers and I had to get back to this part of the game again. But now that that's over with, I can actually play. Now, I wanted to start off by saying that I'm sorry I haven't made a whole lot of videos recently. I've just been busy with school, and I'm also kind of a lazy person, so yeah, I want to get back into making videos again, and I actually did find a ton of games that I can record that would be great for my YouTube channel. So this time I don't have the excuse of not really any games to play for the channel. Okay, so but yeah, I do plan to be a lot better about making videos. Of course, I always say that, but school's just, it's kind of tedious, and you know, if I have the choice between my future and this YouTube channel, obviously I'm gonna pick, you know, my education. But it really does bother me that I don't make videos very often. And part of it is I don't enjoy making videos as much as I did at first. Like at first I was making tons of videos. Anytime I had free time, I would be making extra videos. And I just don't enjoy it that much anymore. But yeah, there's been some pretty major updates to this game. At least that's what I think. Like, I don't think it's finished yet, but it's a lot further along than when I last played it. But the first chapter is the same from what I can tell. So we gotta go back through here, I guess. And it's okay, these guys are viruses this is, I think I showed the backstory to the game on the first video, but yeah, these aren't actual creatures, they're viruses. And this is some sort of computer program. So, clearly this weapon's not ideal for this situation, so we'll switch to something a bit more heavy duty. And I'm just gonna keep plowing through this until I run into... Okay, there's the exit. So so far this has been relatively easy, which is nice. Let's see, X, or I guess it's E. I have a controller plugged in, so it's giving me Xbox commands or tutorials. Glad you made it. Looks like they've taken over my home. The swine. They're using it to store ammunition. Each to their own, but I don't think that is very inviting decor. Where did they put my chairs? Okay, so it's just but yeah, I think this game fails a bit with the old school aesthetic because it just doesn't look like an authentic, you know, old video game, which I believe, I mean, it is going for a retro style. And really the problem is the textures are too blocky, you know, and this just doesn't look like, if you look at FPS games from the 90s, they had a lot more care put into like each of the textures and everything. And this game doesn't really seem to have that. I mean, it looks fine, but it doesn't look as good as it could. Which I understand, you know, I've tried to make game assets, and it's difficult to get, you know, authentic looking retro graphics. Because really with the retro graphics, they had to make it look as good as they could with what they had because of the limited technology. And nowadays, you know, we're nowhere near as limited, and we're not used to trying to get every little detail we can out of each pixel on, you know, a texture or whatever. Now, really, the only game design that I've gone into is like level designing for games and like making assets and textures. I want to learn some game programming, but I don't really know anything about it right now. So again, I'm not saying that I could do better. I'm just saying that, you know, there's room for improvement. Okay. So yeah, I'll try to be more frequent with videos, have more variety, and this... Oh wow. I wasn't even paying attention to my health, which clearly I should have been. This is not good. Okay. So I'll try to be more frequent with uploads and have more variety and higher quality commentary, because I have to cut out quite a bit of footage from these videos to make them, you know, what I deem to be acceptable, you know, like actually entertaining to watch. So we're gonna try to get past some of these guys if we can. Looks like we can get past quite a few of them. Okay. One thing this does have nailed down like pretty well is the movement mechanics feel very much like an old school first-person shooter. And the gunplay is also really satisfying. I mean, there's not many I don't think there's any hit scanning weapons actually, and that's really the only area where it deviates from most 90s shooters. Is a lot of weapons were hit scan weapons, which basically hit scan means whenever you pull the trigger, it instantly hits what's in front of it. Whereas with these, you can see the projectiles do actually move. Okay. So I think we're doing pretty well. Yeah, we're definitely further than we were. Okay. Taking a few hits, but I think we're doing alright. Alright, now we're starting to lose some health, so let's try to wipe out this room and grab some health stuff. I used a lot more ammo than I was hoping to, but I think I kind of needed to, so. Alright. If I had to guess, I would say this is probably getting pretty close to the boss. Let's see, I heard loud noises earlier, crashing, whirring, and tank tracks. No doubt something you will have to deal with. Good luck with that. So, okay, I keep missing these little compartments that you're supposed to go into. Like I always walk in the room and don't notice them. Need to pay more attention to the sides. Okay. Also, the smooth lighting is another thing, and I guess with a retro game you don't have to limit yourself with color palettes and such, but it does make the game look more authentic. And those limitations were part of the charm of those older games. And the lighting just really does seem too smooth for, you know, in comparison to the rest of the graphics in the game. Okay, so this is a new weapon, I think. Yep. So this is sort of a plasma rifle thing, it looks like. It does pretty good damage, not super... it doesn't shoot super fast, but it does alright. And I think these guys can actually... It looks like they might carry different weapons sometimes. Okay. Let's just continue whittling off these guys until there's none left. Okay. Is there any health scattered about? Let's see. There is some stuff here that I can get. How much stuff though? This is where I already came from. Okay. But I did leave a little bit of health, so that's somewhat helpful. Okay, is there anything through here? Because there's, like, I keep taking paths that I think will progress through the level, and I miss a lot of these closets where there's usually some helpful stuff. And this is by far my favorite weapon, because it just, like, demolishes everything in front of it. I mean, it guzzles ammo quite a lot, but, it's a lot of fun to use as well, so it's got that going for it. Okay, we wiped everything out in this little area. Surely we're getting close to a boss. Okay, yeah, that looks like a boss. Huh. So, let's see. Seems a bit fast. That's a little bit worrying. And if I had to guess, that doesn't look quite finished. It might be a stand-in, because again, this game's currently in development, to my knowledge at least. I know this build isn't a finished version of it. So that might be a placeholder, I don't know. I hope so, because this looks like something made in MS Paint. Okay. But I'm pretty sure this is like just a placeholder asset. So with these bosses, they seem to have sort of like layers. Every time you wipe out one, they use like different attack types. And they're probably vulnerable to different weapons too. And I just, you know, I mean this weapon's pretty much exclusively for bosses, I think. Because the rest of the enemies you'll be facing are too fast to use a weapon like this. You'll hit yourself with splash damage, so. Okay, that I'll have to go back to this weapon. I think this is probably the most effective out of the ones that I've been trying. And this thing's a real bullet sponge, though. It's not very difficult, because there's plenty of stuff to keep me alive. It's just bullet sponge so far. Okay. Man, this is a long fight. And again, I don't know how much there is to the game right now, because I know it's not finished. I don't know how much is here. I don't know how close to finished it is. I suppose in the next video I could at least check the page and see what they have to say about it and check if there's any updates. But right now I need to grab a little bit of health, and it looks like I've gotten most of it. Okay, now we're getting to the point where this is a little bit, we're cutting it a little bit close. I do at least have some leftover health that I can see. So I'm gonna take this. And there we go, we beat him. What a nasty brute. You sure showed it what for. Now let's go back to town before anything else word turns up. Okay. Okay, so we did complete another section. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I'm gonna save this, and I'll try to be more frequent with the videos, and you know, we'll pick up soon. I don't know how soon because I do have a lot of videos I want to work on, but I figured I needed to make another episode in this series. But yeah, next time we'll go to the next area, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.